Hello everyone, my name is Abbey and welcome to today's TV4Education training. Today I'm going to be going through some resources that you can use on TV4Education and how to create a resource list, this time on solids, liquids and gases in science for Year 5 students. So if you're a Year 5 teacher teaching science, this is the perfect session for you. So to show you these resources, I'll take you to my screen. Now, if you're wanting to find just a video, you would search up here in the Smart Search bar and that will show you all the TV4Education videos. You can also search through YouTube videos and through our lessons, which I'll show you how to do as well. So if you want to search through the lessons, you go to Lessons here where my cursor is in the top right. And then you'll be able to search through. So let's say you're teaching your students the properties of matter, so you can type in matter. And you can see here there is a lesson on properties of matter, but you see that it's for Year 7 students, so that's not necessarily something you want to show to your Year 5s. There's a few other things here about solids and gases and whatnot, so you can go through there, and if at any point you want to add those to your collection, you can. So let's say maybe you do want to add this maybe for the more advanced students. Maybe this can be an extra thing that you can show them. You can click Add to My Library and that will add this lesson to your My Library. And you can go to your My Items and you can show it to the class from there, or you can share it with your students and they can use it that way. So if we now go to My Items, give me a minute while it loads. Anyway, it doesn't seem like it wants to load, but it will come up in your My Items, which is at the top of the screen here, and you can click on it and it will take you to a new tab where the lesson is, and you can go through the lesson that way. So you see it's come up now. So I click Properties of Matter, it creates a new tab, and now I can see this lesson. So I can go through and I can see all the videos and the questions that go along with these videos. Now, because this is created for Year 7s, you might think some of this content is a bit too advanced. So you can actually edit this lesson if you want. Now it's in your My Items. You can delete some of these videos if you want. You can change the order of the videos. So you would delete them by clicking the little trash can. You can click these up and down arrows to change the order. And you can go down to the questions. You can delete the questions, change the order of the questions as well. You can add your own questions. If you go to Add Question here, you can add your own questions to these lessons, and you can also click Add Resource and add them that way. So you can fiddle with this and change it around so that it would be appropriate for your Year 5s as opposed to Year 7 students. Now, if you want to create your own lessons and research your own resources through TV4Ed, that's quite easy as well. So I'll show you how to search the TV4Ed videos first. So we'll go up here and I'll just type in solid, liquid and gas and see what it comes up with. And you can see that there is some content that's come up. So we can see there's a scope episode here that is on solids, liquids and gases in science. So if I hover over it, it'll play a little bit of the video. It'll also show me the description. It will play the sound, but I've just muted my computer for you, so you don't have to hear that right now. When you click on it, you'll see all the different categories it's tagged in, as well as the description, the channel aired on, the date, and the runtime. So you can scroll through here. If you just want to show it to your students from here, you can make it full screen, you can mute, unmute, so on and so forth. If this is something that you want to use in your resource list, you can just click, or just show your students later in class, you just click the little star and it will add it to your My Items. You can also share it with your students here. If you click the share button and put your class grade and the expiry date in, it will automatically create a share link to share with your students, or an embed code to embed it in your school's learning management system, and a QR code as well if you want to share it that way. But we're just going to use this for the resource list that we're going to make later on. And then we can see there's some Science Max episodes here. There's another Science Max episode on solids, liquids and gases. So we'll probably use that one as well in our resource list. So how to create a resource list, you go to the top left up here where these lines are, and it'll come up with the menu. You scroll down to the Smart Classrooms and then you go to Create Lesson. I'm just going to open this in a new tab to make it easier for myself. And you can see that we've created a lesson here. So you can either make resource lists with this, you can just have the videos, or you can have videos along with questions as well if you want. So in here, I'll just put solids, liquids and gases. And then in the description of the lesson, I can put for Year 5 students. And then I can click save once I've put my title and description in, and it will automatically come up with your title and description. If at any point you want to edit that, you can just click the edit button and you can edit it as many times as you like. So I'll add some resources now. So we saw that scope episode before, so I'll add that one. When you click add resource, it automatically comes up with the TV4Education search for you to search through TV4Ed to add videos that way. You've also got the curated YouTube and YouTube buttons here. So if you're wanting to add a YouTube video, you would use these. You can also upload files from your system as well if you would like. And you can also put URLs in. So if there's an article that you want your students to read, you can pop the URL in here. And there's also an extra text thing if you want to add your own text into the lesson as well. So we'll put that scope episode in before that I was showing. So I'll just copy and paste this title. And we can see this is the episode before that we were looking at. So I'll just click add to lesson, and now it's in the lesson. And if you want your students only to watch a certain amount of this video, you don't want them to watch the whole thing, you can click the little scissor button here and you can click the video. So let's say you only want them to watch the first 10 minutes. To start a chapter, you click this little arrow here, and then to end the chapter, you go to where you want it to end. So let's say you only want them to watch the first 7 minutes, and then you click the other arrow, and then it will automatically create the chapter for you, and you can call this chapter, let's say, solids. And you go down and you click create chapter, and that's automatically created the chapter for you. If you want to create another one, you just go further on in the video. Let's say you also want them to watch the last 4 minutes or so. You do that as well. Do the same thing. And then you've got chapter 2. So you can name this one liquids if the content in there is liquids. And then you click create chapter, and that will immediately chapterize the video for you. So you click the little save button here, and once you've clicked that, you can get out of the video, and then when you play the video now, it will only show your students the chapters that you wanted them to see. So if I scroll through here, see how it immediately skipped this middle part here? So I got the end of the first chapter that I created, and it immediately skipped to the start of the second chapter. So your students will only be able to view the content of the video that you're wanting them to view. You can also change the title of this, so you can just call it, you can change the title and say whatever it is that you want. So you can just say scope, solid, liquid, gas, and then you can add a hint in here. You can just say, please watch both chapters, or if maybe you've got questions that go along with this video, you can say question 1 answer is in the first chapter. Oop, if I can smell first right. And then you just click save resource, and that's changed the title for you, and it's also put that little hint in there, which is just a little note to your students if you want to add that. And as said before, if you want to delete this video, you just click the delete button, and if you want to push it up or down in what order your students view them in, you just click the up and down arrows. So we'll add another resource now. I'll add this Science Max episode that we were looking at before. I'll copy and paste the title in. And we can see that's the episode we were looking at. So I click add to lesson, and there you go. So see how I click the up arrow here? That's now put this video at the top because I want my students to watch this one first. So you can change them around as you like. So now we want to look at some YouTube content related to this. So I can go back to TV4Ed, and I can go to YouTube up here, and I will search for some solid, liquid, gas content. And I see this video here, and I think it would be good for my students. If you want to save it to your collection, you do that the same way as you would with the other content on TV4Ed. You just press the star, or you press the share button if you want to share it with your students. And you can mute and unmute, make it full screen just as you would in TV4Ed. But we're wanting to add this to the lesson, so I will once again copy this title, and then I'll go to add resource again, and this time I'll go to YouTube because it's a YouTube video. If I search in TV4Ed, the video won't come up. So I've searched and I say yes, the first result is the one I was looking at, and I can add it that way. And once again, I can push it up or down, or delete it, or chapterize it or edit the title or put a hint in as much as I would want. So I'd say for my year 5s, I just want them to watch 3 videos, so I'm only going to put 3 in. If you want to add a question, you can just click add question here, and you can add questions related to the videos. And as I said, you can push these up or down so that the correct question is underneath the correct video. Or if you just want them to watch these 3 videos as is, because maybe they've got a test on Monday and you just want them to watch these over the weekend, you can just leave it as is. And then you can also share it with your students so that they can watch it later on. So that's all I have to show you today. I've shown you how to search TV4Ed for content related to solids, liquids and gases for year 5 students, both from TV4Ed videos to our lessons content and YouTube videos. And I've also shown you how you can edit our existing lessons by saving them to your My Items to make them more age appropriate for your students, and also how to create your own resource lists for your students and how to share those with your students. So until next time, I hope everyone has a great day. Remember to click the subscribe button and ring the bell on our YouTube channel so you can be notified whenever we go live, and also keep up to date with all of our latest updates. And if you follow us over on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram, you'll be able to keep up with all the latest TV4Education content and updates. So I'll see you in the next training session. Bye everyone.